Hello all in all, Alex Ward here with Matrix Amplification, and today I just wanted to walk you through some of the sounds that I use when I play live in various outfits. Now, I use my Matrix gear religiously. It has never let me down and I love it to bits. And what we have here is the Fractal Audio FX 2, the Matrix GT1000fx, the 1 unit version, and the Matrix FR12 passive cabinet, and that's mic'd up with the Audio Technica AT2020 cardioid condenser microphone. Now, live, you'll have to excuse me as well, by the way, I've got tremendous hay fever today, so if there's any snorting or sneezing, I do apologise. Now, live, I use the Fractal in stereo into the Matrix GT1000fx in stereo, out into a stereo pair of FR12 passive cabinets. Now, for simplicity of recording today, I'm just using the Matrix FR12 passive mono, and the same with the GT1000fx. So you'll see, in fact, actually my channel A is turned up, but I can turn that down. It's not going to do anything because I'm just running through channel B. Now, in the Fractal Audio FX, what I tend to do is have two 4x12 cabinets or two 2x12 cabinet simulations, depending on the patch, and I pan them hard left and hard right. For today's purpose, I have just centered them both, and I'm running the FX in some left and right mode in the I/O, so that all the delays and stuff you'll be able to hear in mono. So that's kind of how I run it live. It's kind of cool. I love how it sounds. I love the low end thump of the FR12 passive. It sounds absolutely killer. So let's just dive right in. I'm using my Eternal Guitars Riggs custom guitar here. No prizes to guess what that's named after. Oh, maybe you can comment and see if you know. It's not difficult, is it? Now, so first off, basically what I use is 4 basic presets, and I have a preset per song kind of thing going on, but it's all based off the same 4 presets. So we've got a clean, a crunch, a dirty, and a lead, and the only thing that changes really in between them is the effects that are on each of them. So let's start off. First off, we've got a dirty sound. This is kind of like the dirty kind of vibe that I go for. Can't remember exactly what it comprises of, but I will post screenshots of the actual patch so you can see. So this is what it sounds like. Awesome, I absolutely love that sound, and the thing with the Matrix gear is that the power amp is so crystal clear and also so powerful that you get an exact representation of the sound that you're going for. So there I'm going after a kind of classic sort of British sort of tone, really mid-rangey kind of thing. But the FR12 passive, even though it's a super clear FR cabinet, you get this really lovely low-end thump. It doesn't colour the sound, it just thumps right through, so it's a wicked combination of gear. Man, that really growls, I love it. So that's kind of my base dirty sound that I have for pretty much all of my shows that I do. I also have, in this particular patch, the lead sound that I use. So basically, I'm just adding a drive. I'm also adding a filter block, which kind of gives a kind of nice little hump across the mid-range and shelves a tiny bit of low and tiny bit of high end. So that sounds a bit like this. So you can hear there's a bit of delay going on there as well. Let me just do a little quick tune up. So yeah, so like I say, that's kind of my lead sound. It's my basic lead sound. I pretty much use it for everything. The only thing that changes is whether or not I have chorus, different delays on it, maybe some sort of other modulation effects, who knows. So that's basically my lead sound. And then in this patch as well, we have a clean sound, which is caked in delay. It's a stereo delay. But you're hearing it in mono, because like I said, that's how I'm running it today. But imagine that sort of ping-pong thing going on through a stereo pair of FR12 passives. It's really nice. So yeah, really nice little clean sound going on there, quite a processed clean sound. I also have a different clean sound, which is slightly less processed. So a bit of reverb, no delay on that one. And I'm using my sort of the position between the bridge and the middle there, and it's in full humbucker mode at the moment. I can split it, but I really like the sound of a full humbucker and the middle position. Some people don't, but I dig it, so that's the position I'm in. But also this this position here between the neck and the middle is kind of cool if you wanted to do funky stuff as well. Whoops. But yeah, so that's my kind of clean sound. And like I say, I'll put some screenshots over the top as to what these actually are comprised of. Then, let's see, oh yeah, this is my kind of crunch sound that I go for. So a little less gainy than the dirty sound, but it's still got some balls to it. So yeah, so that's really, really nice. We also can use that with the neck pickup, and that sounds great too. Yeah, I really dig that. I mean, this is such a cool setup. I would not be without it. It sounds absolutely awesome. So just checking what else I can do with this floorboard. I'm actually using the MFC 101, which pairs up with the Fractal Audio Axe-Fx, obviously. This is kind of more of a high gain monster. This is more of a thrashy thing. It's super heavily gated. So yeah, you can tell that's a little less mid-rangey. It's kind of got that scoop going on, and it sounds awesome for like the kind of thrashy stuff. Yeah, really dig that too. I don't actually use that one very much live, but you know, it's nice to have, isn't it? Really, really like that. So what else have we got? Oh yeah, this is kind of a fun one. This is sort of more of a kind of plexi thing going on. Sounds a bit like this. Quite a big reverb on that one. I'm kind of going for a classic sound there. And then, yeah, now this is a really cool one. So this guitar is actually equipped with a piezo bridge. It's an LR Baggs piezo bridge. And you may have noticed that I've got two jack cables plugged into my guitar here. Now what I do live is I have my wireless system, which is hooked into the magnetic side at all times. And then I have this cable, or a 1/4 inch jack cable of any description, draped over the mic stand, which I may or may not use depending on how brave I'm feeling. But it's a really handy thing to have because I can put this lead over the top of it. And what I do in the Axe effects, again I'll screenshot this because I can't really remember how I did it. It was a long time ago when I set it, and it was very much a set and forget kind of vibe, is I have two channels running in this particular patch. So you'll notice I'm going into the front input here, and usually that's with this cable because it's connected to the wireless system. But also around the back, I'm connected via this jack socket, the one that's going into the piezo pickup, into the right side of the rear input. Okay, so basically what I do is I split the signal at the start of this patch, and my top line of effects is to do with the piezo pickup. So I have a kind of a tone match of a acoustic and some EQs and whatnot, just to make it sound a little bit more realistic than a normal piezo. I mean, there's a limit, but it does the job live and it saves me taking an acoustic out with me. And then on the bottom line of effects, I have the magnetic side, which is just this sort of standard affair. And they join up together and come out as one. And then what I do is, with this handy little switch here, I switch between them. Okay, so I can either have full piezo, which sounds like this. which is nice. And then through the Matrix stuff, it sounds absolutely lovely, really crystal clear. That's where the benefit of the FR monitor comes in, because you get that full range of frequencies with a flat response, which allows these kind of patches to really sing. So that's what it sounds like just with the piezo. But then if I flick it into the middle, well, if I flick it all the way across, that's just the magnetic. Which is actually set up to be the dirty sound from my normal patches. If I put it into the middle, with the volume rolled down, I've got piezo. Then if I roll the volume in, I can sort of blend them or do a nice smooth transition between the two sounds without having to press anything, which really, really helps me, and it's kind of why I have it set up like this. Even though it's a bit more complex, it allows for a nice, easy way to play live. So that can sort of sound like this, you know. So yeah, it's kind of cool, kind of handy. So when I do that, I have it in the middle position, I roll the volume up, and then I quickly flick the piezo selector into the magnetic position. And that works really, really well. I don't use the piezo a lot live, but it's just handy to have, and like I say, it saves me taking an acoustic out. So yeah, so that's pretty much all the tones that I get from this setup. Obviously, I do loads of stuff with effects and things like that, but those are the basic sounds that I use. And coupled with this guitar and this particular set of gear, it really, really is great live. I mean, like I say, the GT1000fx, for a 1 unit rack space, to be a stereo power amp, and have the power it has, and also be the weight it is absolutely phenomenal. And also the fact that it's so clear when you're running stuff through it, doesn't colour the sound. It's just a great piece of kit. And running that, obviously here mono, but live stereo, running that stereo into a pair of FR12 passive cabinets, it's just a dream. The thump you get from the FR12 is absolutely stunning. And even when I'm using in-ears, it really is nice to have that thump kind of running through the stage and up your feet and into the back of your calves. It's just, I don't know, there's nothing quite like it. And these cabs are just a great example of something to use to get that effect. So yeah, there you have it. Those are the kind of sounds I go for. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and all the kind of various social media gubbins that go along with it. And you can pick up this combination of gear at the website, www.matrixamplification.com, which should be appearing at the bottom of your screens here. There'll be a link in the description. And you can just nip into the web shop, select whatever pieces of gear you so wish, add them into your basket, and we'll deliver them direct to your door. So, until next time, take it easy.